I'll just start with some playing and then...
Great. Really nice. Great playing.
Hi guys, my name is Circu from Circu Guitar, and today I'm joined by Jan from Dowina Guitars.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for taking your time to talk to me about your guitars here on my video, and most importantly, thank you for bringing these gorgeous instruments here.
Well, you're kind. Thank you.
I'll tell you something, I was really surprised when I picked this guitar up yesterday at the tent. It was loud, people were talking, people were eating, people were enjoying their day, and then I just grabbed this guitar. I started playing it, and 1 hour passed by, and I couldn't stop playing it. It was like this light bulb moment when I grabbed this guitar to play it. Can you tell me what this guitar is?
This is a small body acoustic. It's actually an all mahogany construction. And it was made especially for electric guitar players.
Right.
I'm more of an electric guitar player myself, but I really love the intimacy of an acoustic guitar.
Yes.
You know, it's a completely different feel, but as you know, we are always struggle because of the nut size, because of the string height and stuff like that. So we try to design this guitar such a way that it will fits even the electric players.
Right.
First of all, you have to have a smaller body because you are used to have a a thinner body or something, and the nut size is a crucial stuff.
Right.
And then a playability, of course, and the neck shape. Yeah.
Right.
So it was designed around these things. Then we add some beautiful color because probably electric guitar players love colors, you know. Even if the wood is bad, it's always some kind of color.
Right.
Think PRS or something.
Yeah.
So I imagine this color variation, and I think it's really nice. It's like a wine with coffee with dark night.
Yes.
You know?
And it just has streaks of red in it, and to me, from afar, it kind of looks like tortoiseshell as well.
Yeah.
So I was really surprised. Like, is that a guitar made out of tortoiseshell? Because that would probably be
same,
illegal.
It's the same color scheme almost.
Yeah.
But we don't kill tortoise.
No, not even for pigs. No.
No.
Now, cool. Like you mentioned playability. That's a big thing for me because I also mostly play electric guitar. And I am very used to the nut width of electric guitars, the neck shape. And whenever I grab an acoustic, I love the sound that it makes. I love the vibe. But sometimes I do struggle with guitars, with acoustic guitars that have a very wide nut width.
Yeah.
And this guitar eliminates that problem because it's a 43 millimeter, millimeter nut. Perfect. That's exactly what an electric guitar player would look for in an acoustic guitar. Cool. Is there anything else you can show me about this guitar? What's so special about it? I mean, it is a very special guitar, but...
We try to design it such a way that it has, elements of a vintage guitar.
Right.
The feel of a vintage guitar. You can feel the neck is like really rolled off edges and stuff like that. It's nitro finish. So I wanted it to be that way. So it's like an old guitar, your old friend you already got, but some modern features. So it means that the action can be low.
Yes.
Because it's a lot lower than a usual acoustic
Totally.
setup.
Totally.
Because I figured that probably electric guitars players don't want to play that hard. You know, we are used to play like such a like in lower
Right.
lower velocity.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the setup is lower, and actually it brings up more highs when the strings are lower. So it fits the guitar and the vibe.
Yeah.
We put some electrics in it. It's LRBX EAS, so
Nice.
you can put it through the pickup to the piezo system, or now we've got an LD system.
That's a good
Both.
segue. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have an LD system, PA speaker with a touch of reverb, just to monitor the piezo pickup in the room, and just to make it sound better and feel better under the fingers as well. It just fills up the room, and the piezo sounds really, really nice as well.
I love LRBX.
Yeah.
It's,
I think this is almost like a industry standard when it comes
Yeah.
to like boutique acoustic guitars.
I call it like gold standard of industry. I really love
okay.
it, and it's reliable.
Mhm.
It doesn't ruin the acoustic sound of the
Yeah,
guitar,
yeah,
because
yeah.
that element undersaddle pickup is a
Mhm.
stiff pickup. You know, it's not a chewy.
I got it.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it feels great under the fingers. Like
Mhm.
most of the times, you feel like whenever you play an acoustic guitar with a piezo pickup, it sounds plasticky.
Yeah, or
But-
flappy a little bit, like
Yeah.
papery.
Exactly, but
Yeah,
this doesn't have that whatsoever. It's just like
Yeah.
it fills the room really, really nicely. Tell me more about the company, Dowina Guitars.
Mm.
Is it a new company? Is it been in the market for a while? What can you tell me about it?
Actually, the history of the company is longer,
Mhm.
but it wasn't started by guitar making. It was funded by my boss's Erika's father
Okay.
in 1989, actually.
Okay.
So it's a fairly old company,
Mhm.
but we started make guitars around 2012ish, and we got more serious about them around 2016, 15,
Okay.
16. So we are making all solid guitars in our workshop in Bratislava. Actually, the name Dowina is a castle near
okay.
our workshop, so that's why the
Got
name
it.
Dowina.
Okay, so the pronunciation is Dowina.
Dowina,
not
yeah,
Dowina.
yeah. Oh,
Okay.
it's actually, doesn't matter that much. Yeah, we are a small team, and we are focusing around building more of a custom instruments,
Right.
one-offs, custom orders,
Mhm.
stuff like that.
So you don't have any like standard line of guitars that you?
We've got like few lines, but the standard is maybe not a good word, but because even in that lines there are a lot of changes, and you
All
can
right,
change.
you can choose.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and the pricing depends on what kind of
Wood.
cocktail you choose and stuff like that.
Talking about wood cocktails, what do you think is the best tone wood when it comes?
It's
I mean,
like
I'm sorry. Let's start the question this way, because some people think that the body wood matters the most when it comes to producing the sound. But from what I've heard, is the top is the most important part of an acoustic guitar.
I'm pretty sure the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's the creative force behind the waves, sound waves, and everything. You can do a lot of stuff just with hand voicing the braces on the top.
Okay.
So you can tailor made the guitar because somebody likes more trebly sounds,
Right.
somebody likes more mellow sounds or more middly.
Mhm.
We are completely different all guitar players,
Yeah.
But to choose the best tone wood is like choose the favorite child.
Okay.
And it's more like what suits your playing.
Mhm.
I'm a mahogany guy.
Okay.
I really love the quick response of the mahogany, and it's mellower. Probably my second favorite would be rosewood of some kind.
Interesting.
That are like and mahogany's rosewood, they are like stable, like pillars of guitar building.
Right. Yeah.
So and if a top wood, probably for me it's Sitka spruce, because it sits between the cedar mellow sound and the normal spruce trebly sound. So
Right.
yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. What I like about this guitar, as you mentioned, mahogany, it's very responsive.
Yeah.
And I talk about this all the time, but for example, whenever I play acoustic guitar I know that the audience or whoever's listening from the other end is enjoying it. But most of the times, me as a player, if I'm not plugged in or anything like that, I don't enjoy it because I don't get the full response of the guitar. And I remember when I first started playing guitar, my first guitar was a very cheap acoustic guitar that I bought in some local shop. And when I first got it, obviously I loved it. But then I was like, this is missing something because whenever I record myself, the guitar sounds big, it sounds nice, and I don't get that when I'm playing the guitar. And like feedback is very important when you're doing something like that. So I used to put my ear right here whenever I played guitar to like really hear it and hear the notes that I'm playing. But this guitar, I don't have to do that with this guitar.
It's got a big projection.
Yeah. And it's spread. It's not very focused, which from a small body like this, you would think that the projection is very focused, mid focused, but it kind of just spreads all over the place, and you can really like hear the feedback of the guitar, and like use that to your advantage. Like, play longer notes, play shorter notes, like single lines sound great. Yeah. And not a lot of acoustic guitars can do that.
It always helps if you've got some kind of sound port. I called it the curse of an acoustic guitar players because the sound is always here, and the players got just a percentage of the sound.
Right.
You know, it's like almost hearing it from a different room or something. But if a guitar has got a bigger projection, it's better, a lot better.
Yeah.
But actually, if you even want more, then soundport is a really great way.
Yeah, I don't think this particular guitar it doesn't need it. It doesn't need it. It's there. Like it would be a shame to drill anything around this guitar. So, but yeah, I mean, playing with a piezo is also very fun with these kind of guitars. As I mentioned before, I'm a huge fan of Tommy Emmanuel. Yeah. And it seems like whenever everybody. And it seems like whenever he plays acoustic guitar, it's almost always plugged in. And I think that's for a reason. That's for him to feel better. And I think these kind of things matter. Like even with electric guitar playing, this is going to get a bit nerdy now, but even with electric guitar playing, for me, for example, the placement of the amp is very important. Yeah. I don't like when my amp is like in front of me and blowing sound towards me. I want my amp in the back and as far away as possible from me, so that I can get like a sense of space and not get like the harsh transients in my ear, and that messes with my feel.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it further.
Nice. Yeah. That's why using like headphones to monitor like playing electric guitar with plugins. I can only do that if I have a nice room reverb or something like that in the plugin. But that's super nerdy stuff. And I'm
guitar
pretty
players
sure.
Are nerdy.
Yeah, totally. I'd say we hear this guitar a little bit more. I was playing more single note lines. I'll just try to strum it a little bit and see what we get. Yeah, I can do this. I can do this all day. It's a cliche to say it, but it almost sounds like a piano.
Yeah, it's
the note separation. It just fills the room beautifully. It's literally a perfect acoustic guitar.
If there is such a thing, and a perfect acoustic.
I think you're right. It's subjective, but for me, for example, this would be the ultimate acoustic guitar.
Just tell me any suggestions about
This one.
Yeah. Because I'm curious, because you are such a type of a player. We targeted this guitar to, so I just,
Yeah, most acoustic guitars, to be honest, they challenge me. I can't play my best on an acoustic guitar. This, on the other hand, is helping me. It's actually inspiring to play this guitar, because whenever I play acoustic guitar, it's somewhat of a challenge for me. But with this one, it opens up a lot of things that I can do on the guitar. That I think that has to do with the playability, that has to do with the sound that it has, and it has to do with what we're talking about, the projection of the sound. It's not very one-dimensional. It's wide and it's beautiful, and I love it.
Great.
I love it. It's awesome. But I think you have another couple of guitars here as well.
Yeah, we've got more.
That's like an OM style.
Yeah, it's actually a really fun guitar. A more modern one. I grab it.
Awesome.
This is actually a hyper modern guitar.
Okay.
Just play it, feel it.
Yeah. Much more hi-fi sounding, much more high-end, much more information comes out of this guitar.
It's a more of a acoustic guitar setup too.
Right.
So it's harder to play for electric guitar players, but it's a completely different beast.
Right.
This is a child of my colleague Peter. He always dreamed about a guitar without heel, because the heel is always on the way. So it's got a completely hidden heel, and if you switch it around, there is a sloped angle here. So there is a 1 fret like cutaway excess. It's a bolt-on neck. It's a completely modern design. The body is shaped somewhat around the classic OM shape.
Yeah.
But it's completely new bracing.
That is very interesting.
As you said, that's why we call it Aura, because it's got that hi-fi vibe.
Yes.
It's.
I think it's more of a strummer's guitar.
Yeah.
Like something like. Yeah, totally. The strummer's guitar, singer songwriter.
Yeah, and you can hit it hard.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Exactly.
It's like a completely other end of the
Right,
guitar building.
right. It like with acoustic guitars, everything matters in my opinion.
Yeah.
Every part of the acoustic guitar has to be right for it to sound and play and feel right. And depending on I think it's also, acoustic guitars are very personal.
Yeah.
You're not going to get along with every acoustic guitar. Like, I find dreadnoughts a bit too big, first of all, from their size. But then in order to get a good sound out of them, you really have to dig in.
Some of them are like...
Yeah, which is why I prefer smaller body acoustic guitars.
I found that almost all electric guitar players love it, not just because of the feel, but because of the sound characteristics, because the small body is probably closer to electric guitar.
Right, more mid-range.
Yeah. It's like a focused mid-range sound, and if you've got a big body guitar, it's more about lows and highs, and not that much like mid content. So yeah,
we can talk about this all day long, and it's not going to get boring. But thank you so much for being part of my video, for sharing all the information, all the knowledge. I can definitely tell that you know what you're talking about. And if I'm not mistaken, you're the one that built that guitar.
It's team build, but I did all the color, all the setup work.
Beautiful.
On this one.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's a special guitar right there. Totally. Well, again, thank you so much for being in my video.
Thank you. Thank you.
And please make sure to like and subscribe so that you won't be missing any of this kind of content. Thank you so much for Henning for hosting this entire event. 42GS6 is the hashtag for this event. Follow that on all social media platforms so that you won't miss any uploads from any of the content creators here. Thank you so much to Sweetwater for supporting us. Thank you so much to Summer Cable for bringing a lot of cables and really high quality cables. I definitely agree with that. And I hope to catch you with the next one. Until then, stay safe and have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.